Buenos dias, Zamboanga. Welcome sa Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Mindpro. Hatid sa inyo ng Philippine Information Agency, Mindanao Communicators Network, SM City Mindpro, MCTV at eMedia. We are live via PIA Western Mindanao Facebook page and other government agencies' Facebook pages, One TV Philippines, Isa TV Channel 17, PCH Cable TV, and via cable televisions in Zamboanga City at MCTV and eMedia. Happy Kapihan Wednesday po sa lahat ng ating manonood sa buong Zamboanga Peninsula. Ang Kapihan na Zamboanga will discuss important topics that will help you make more informed decisions wherever you are. At ngayon po sa ating episode, alam naman po natin is balik eskwela na naman po tayo. Kaya pag-uusapan natin ang mga mahalagang paghahanda po ng Department of Education sa pagbabalik or pagbubukas muli ng ating mga paaralan. So we have with us Sir Vinny Gerard Elicano, the Senior Education Program Specialist and the Division Information Officer po ng Department of Education here in Zamboanga City.
Buenos dias, Miss Myra, no? And to all of our listeners, viewers in all of the different platforms that we are into.
Yes, welcome po sa ating episode at gaya po ng na-mention ko kanina is we are going to talk about sa pagbabalik eskwela. So alam naman po siguro natin no na every time na magbubukas tayo ulit ng ating school year is meron tayong pinaghahandaan. So that we call that Brigada Eskwela. So how's the conduct of our Brigada Eskwela po ngayong school year 2023 to 2024 now that we are really recovering from the pandemic?
Yeah, for this year's Brigada Eskwela in Zamboanga City, of course, we adhere to the mandate of the Department of Education, no? Our Vice President and Secretary Sara Duterte have highlighted two important points that Brigada Eskwela is an appeal to the bayanihan spirit of every Filipino in the community, especially our public schools, no? And second one is that we have to make sure that our classrooms are clean and organized, no? And free o sa lahat ng mga sagabal or that are considered to be unnecessary inside the classroom.
Of course, gusto natin na yung ating mga mag-aaral ay conducive yung kanilang place of learning, di ba? So we really come together. I believe marami tayong mga private and siguro mga NGOs din na mga stakeholders natin that that helps during the Brigada Eskwela. But overall, sir, for the Zamboanga City or Zamboanga Peninsula, successful naman po yung ating pag-conduct ng ating Brigada Eskwela.
Yes, we could note it very successful and because starting from the preparation pa lang, we have see to it and assured that there is a proper planning and we had a successful launching and of course highlighting best practices and preparation measures during, before, during, and after the Brigada. Actually nga, Miss Myra, the Brigada Eskwela practices continues even the school year is, our classes are going on.
Sir, kung sa kita Tamina, what do we see na challenges that we face now that we are opening the classes for this school year?
One on the part of Zamboanga City Schools Division, no. One of the challenges is yung mga classrooms, no, and that is due to the number of enrollment, increasing number of enrollees every school year, no. We just had a decrease during the pandemic school years, no, but this time we are looking forward that this school year we will have an increased number of enrollees because as of today we are on nasa 208,000 plus na tayo for data on enrollment compared to the enrolled learners last year, which is 278,000. So talya kita na 75%, no? And we are expecting na this will increase pa by next week.
So how are we addressing the concern or the challenge natin? You mentioned na yung classrooms.
Yeah.
So, paano natin siya i-address? What are the plans for that?
One thing that is very beautiful in Zamboanga City is that the coordination and the participation and support of our local government units. So in the last month, we already worked out with the turning over of the LGU of classrooms and buildings na pwede na natin gamitin this opening. So that decrease, no, and is our challenge and in terms of classroom. And our school heads also have identified some strategies and intervention or alternatives based sa kanilang school's characteristic at saka support, no. Last resort that we could consider is the shifting of classes, but we are doing all our efforts and best na this will be avoided in the coming school year or opening of classes.
So, in-note lang natin, sir, no, that we are happy for the support of the local government unit kasi talagang malaking tulong yung mga additional classrooms sa ating mga schools, especially na dumadami na nga yung ating number of enrollees. And siguro, no, yung ngayon po ba, sir, yung ating implementation of our learning modality is full face-to-face na talaga tayo?
Yes, actually, Miss Myra, siguro second to the last quarter of last school year, we are into full implementation dito sa Zamboanga City. Considering na mayroon pa rin mga schools na we need to consider. But this year, we are into full face-to-face and full swing ang pag-implement ng ating mga schools, no, both public and private schools. And some private schools have already opened last month, I think, no. And in Zamboanga City, we have almost 76 schools or private schools operating. And we have 9 schools na hindi na nag-open kasi because of pandemic, no, naapektuhan. But overall, we are happy to inform na we are good to go for the coming school year.
So, ayun. So, medyo excited na rin tayo. I think excited na rin yung ating mga mag-aaral to go back sa school. And ano po ba yung, pwede po ba nating masabi na yung preparation talaga natin ngayon compared to the previous years is talagang mas, siguro natin, no? Pinatindi talaga yung ating preparasyon sa pagbubukas ngayon compared to the previous years?
Yeah, we could say that we are much more prepared due to the resiliency that we have and the experiences that we had, no, during the pandemic time. On the part of DepEd Zamboanga City, we made it a point na we are ready sa anumang hamon ng panahon, no. So, and we have the assurance that learning will continue in Zamboanga City, where in fact we were able to produce materials in response to the alternative delivery modules in digital form and yung hard copies, no. So as of the moment, the schools division of Zamboanga City is working out lahat ng mga modules na ginawa natin during the pandemic. We are working out to digitalize lahat sila so that and then place it in our portal so that it will be available to our teachers and learners. So,
yan po ay implemented na?
Yes.
Opo, since last year.
Last year.
Okay.
And then this year we have started already the digitalization.
So yan yung mga bagong approach natin sa ating curriculum. That's included syempre yung ating elementary level.
Yes, exactly.
So how are the students coping up po dito sa ating shifting, no, to digitalization?
Yeah, in Zamboanga City, I would say, and many feedback already na maganda ang turnout, no? Wherein our learners are very actively participating in when the lessons are integrated with the use of technology. And at some point there is considered to be control in the use of technology sa ating teaching learning process.
So, speaking of technology, sir, no, and yung ating digital age, the coming of digital age, how do you make use or integrate multimedia resources and technology natin to enhance yung ating teaching and yung ating modality, no, in giving lessons, lectures to the students?
Yeah, with the limited resources that DepEd Zamboanga City has, no? Common is yung television. So, another is that our schools, I think around 80 to 85% are already with Wi-Fi. So, we make use, and then our schools are identifying resources kung anong meron sila that would make use in the teaching learning process.
So we hope, no, na talagang malaki din yung maitutulong ng ating mga technology, yung mga binibigay din ng ating mga different government agencies, especially yung ating mga free Wi-Fi sa ating mga schools to help improve yung ating learning, no, pag-deliver din ng learnings and lessons sa ating mga students. So, yun po, sir, yung pag-address din natin, especially now that dahan-dahan pa lang tayong nagre-recover from the pandemic. So, paano, ano rin yung mga methods na ginagawa ng Department of Education to address yung ating social and emotional development ng ating mga students? Lalo na at parang mga 2 years talaga silang hindi nakapunta sa mga paaralan. So, ngayon nagbabalik ulit. So, paano yung coping mechanism na ginagawa rin ng ating mga schools?
On the socio-emotional, no, we have the psychosocial development for our students and teachers also. Our school health and nutrition, and together with the Child Protection Policy Committee ng ating Schools Division Office na spearheaded some activities, and naka-line up na yan on the first 2 weeks, no, so that these issues may be addressed.
So, we are really interested din sa mga future pa ng mga activities and programs na inihanda ng Department of Education for the learnings of our students.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you stay updated on the current trends, current teaching methodologies natin, yung educational trends natin, para to cope up, no, or especially sa ating elementary level, ano yung mga ginagawa natin, and then yung professional development din ng opportunities that you actively seek out?
Yeah, based on the report of coming from the Human Resource Development, we have already identified the teachers' needs, no? Based on the teachers' needs assessment, kung ano mga kailangan nila for capacity building and enhancement. Now, on the part of the teaching learning process, no, greatly sa coming from the classrooms, no, sa mga bata, siguro we have already identified at naka-line up na yan sa DEDP natin or the development plans natin na targeting to address, no, and even allocated funds for such trainings that is considered to be relevant according to the needs of our teachers.
Sir, I know tapos na yung ating pag-conduct ng Brigada Eskwela, but even after that, pwede pa rin tayong tumanggap, no, ng mga from our private stakeholders and NGOs na gustong makatulong sa ating mga schools.
Yes.
To donate. So how can they get in touch po dito sa Department of Education, and how do we capacitate or yun para ma-encourage din sila to give give out their resources para makatulong sa schools?
We have this incentive scheme, no, coming or recognizing the efforts of our stakeholders, so they can get or cooperate and with the social mobilization networking at our office, and pwede din sa mga school heads nila, the different school heads. And because our school heads are oriented on how is the process of our donors, partners, and stakeholders.
Usually, sir, ano ba talaga yung mga nakikita nating pangangailangan sa mga schools natin?
Based on the report, no, of the social mobilization, mention ko lang, Miss Myra, that Zamboanga City Division has generated around 2.7 million na. Iba-iba yan. May mga materials coming from stakeholders, no? Iba-iba. Financial, lahat. So, to sum it all, we have around 2.7 million na. So, we go back to the needs ng mga classrooms. Common is on repairs. Repairs, and some na nakita namin, some schools or majority of the schools school supplies, no, that they need. Now, that's coming from the classroom. But sa school, maintenance, clean sa in and out nila, no, repairs sa fence, those are common needs ng ating mga schools.
You mentioned kanina, sir, na tumaas nga, nagkaroon tayo ng increase of enrollees. Ano kaya yung naging rason bakit tumaas siya for this school year?
One, makita natin sa mga balik-aral, yung mga nagbabalik-aral. And then we also have sa Zamboanga City, kasi melting pot siya. And then those are coming abroad, na those who would like to get into the public, no, Philippine school, any recognized school dito sa Zamboanga. So these are some, no, na makikita natin. This is where the data came from, na parang umakyat nga.
Sige po. So ngayon po sa ating paghahanda muli sa pagbubukas ng ating mga paaralan, pagbabalik eskwela ng ating mga students, ano po yung maaari natin siguro mabigay na payo, advices din, especially sa ating mga parents for the upcoming school year?
All right. So to our parents, no, guardians, we are calling na please, you can still enroll, no, bring school-age children in the nearest school, to include with learners with disabilities and others, because we are into inclusive education, and we would like to advocate na and invite the community to bring all learners in your nearest school, because DepEd is ready to provide services in terms of service delivery in the teaching learning, and we go towards inclusive society.
That's true po, sir, no, na talagang lahat po ay may karapatan mag-aral sa edukasyon at sa libreng edukasyon na pwede nating mabigay sa ating mga anak, sa ating community. So, open pa po ba yung ating enrollment even if magsisimula na po yung ating pasok?
However, our schools in Zamboanga City, no, are given the directives, no, and orientation that classes will not be disrupted during next week na tayo, no, kasi classes is ongoing. But meron pa rin yan na darating at pupunta sa mga schools na mag-e-enroll. So they can still be accommodated and given attention. However, we give already the mandate to our school heads na they have to assure that classes will not be disrupted.
Thank you very much po once again. Mensahe na lang po, panghuli mensahe natin sa lahat po ng mga mag-aaral magbabalik eskwela ngayon.
All right, so to all of our parents, no, viewers sa lahat, our school is your school All right, and we are very much more involved, no? And it is our responsibility to take care of our future generation.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much po. Once again, nagpapasalamat po tayo sa ating panauhin ngayong araw sa ating episode. Thank you very much, Sir Vinny Gerard Elicano from the Department of Education here in Zamboanga City, the Senior Education Program Specialist and the Division Information Officer. Hanggang sa muli po.
Thank you.
Yes po. And sana po sa lahat ng ating mga manonood ngayong araw ay marami po tayong nakuhang mahalagang impormasyon. At of course, thank you muli sa lahat nating mga manonood, and thank you to the following sponsors of this episode. We have Blanka, Kallyntika, Estetika Zamboanga, Karimadon, and Kamiseta, Penguin, and Arya's Coffee and Tea, all available here at SM City Mindpro. Sa ngalan po ng Philippine Information Agency, sa pamumuno po ng aming Regional Director, Ms. Noemi Edaga, ito si Myra Espinosa, at magkita-kita po tayo sa susunod na linggo po sa episodes pa po, sa mga maraming episodes pa po ng Kapihan na Zamboanga. Muchísimas gracias.